Good evening, you lovely motherfuckers. You are watching Killing It After Dark with yours truly, Zombie Killer. I'd like to thank my awesome production team for their hard work and dedication tonight. I love you. You bitches are amazing. Tonight, I have another special guest, a really good friend, awesome streamer, Blazing Dragon. Go ahead and bring him in. Blazing!
What up, everybody? Yeah!
It's so good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Tonight, we're gonna roast the shit out of you. I'm kidding. But you never know what's gonna happen here, right? Blazing Dragon. Now, I know Blazing Dragon for Killer Instinct. I'm sure that he's done many other things. Why don't you tell us a little bit of some other things other than Killer Instinct that you're known for?
Street Fighter 4, mainly. Gears of War. The list could go on. I'm basically a streamer that likes to do variety games, even though I am somewhat competitive. In my younger years, I played a lot of fighting games throughout. A lot of my own friends that I know currently through my whole life will not play fighting games with me anymore. And that's just because I would always study the game. I'd study it well. And that's just pretty much how fighting games came up. And that's why even Killer Instinct was one of my pretty much premier fighting games after Street Fighter. But yeah.
You competed heavily, I assume.
Yes. Yeah.
What
Killer Instinct most likely, yes.
At what rank do you think that you was your highest level in competing?
Well, I would say that I could compete with top level players. Now, when you're going into tiers, I would say I could probably rank somewhere in between like the top 75, maybe top 50. Somewhere in between there.
Very nice. How many controllers have you broke?
This is a very good question. Since I play on arcade stick, basically I have not broken any controllers due to that. Now, if we're talking 360 controllers, when I used to play Dead or Alive or Soul Calibur, I would say two. two controllers at most that I've actually busted.
That's not a bad number. That's very low. Very low.
Yeah, that's actually very, very good.
I want to thank you for meeting me here at this awesome Zombie Killer bar. Blazing is the killer's DD tonight. Cheers and thank you once again.
Yes.
But drinks are on the house. Now, Blazing doesn't just play games, he also does some graphic work.
Yes.
How long have you been doing graphic designs?
Graphic design, I would say, let's see, I finished up college in 2016. I had a 3.64 GPA average, pretty much just graduated with honors.
Woo!
I would say probably up to about 5 years now, and that's with college, and I'm extending that. I've also done graphic work along with what I've done currently through college and carrying it forward through Twitch streamers, which they've caught on a little bit of my graphic work. They enjoy it. So I've been trying to increase more of my portfolio to do things later on with my side gig to increase it and give me a little bit more possible revenue compared to what the current job is what I have through a pharmaceutical company. So
with your portfolio, do you actually have a physical portfolio or do you have like a virtual portfolio or both?
a physical and virtual.
Okay.
So that way anything that I develop within the graphic design, that's added to the digital.
Nice.
Everything else is drawn, like hand drawn, from what I've done through the past.
Wow. Now with that, the KI community, I know that's kind of going.
It's the reason why the KI community itself has kind of went down. I would say not so much the pooper, but it's died down is because this is how games work. They go on for a certain amount of time on their livelihood. And it could go anywhere between 4 to 8 years. Well, KI has been around probably for about 5. The livelihood of that game, unless the community stays together and keeps it alive, it will eventually die.
So sad. With that, is there any current projects or future projects that you're planning to get yourself into?
Future projects currently is to do a little more, I guess, what I consider screenplay, to where I want to do background animation with what I want to currently do for my actual stream. Create a character that goes along with a certain theme that I'm going for on the stream. Since it's mainly been called the Dragon's Game Den, where I'm trying to lean a little more towards is like the 80s, a little bit more of like a...
I'm picturing hair bands for you.
Yes, it's going to be more along the lines of, if you guys can remember, anybody that would remember the old 80s movies, true actual actors through the 80s ninjas was Sho Kasugi, which was the original guy they would call Mr. Ninja. So that's kind of where I want to lead more towards a certain character that I want to develop, but then also try to keep the same kind of theme going on.
So are you looking to do like a solo type project, or are you looking to like integrate in with a community?
I would like to do it solo first, and if it builds from a community, then that would be awesome. But I don't see myself going in directly to a community right offhand unless, you know, someone need to be a possible part of a community. The thing that I really like about Twitch streaming in general is everybody supports one another, and that's really what Twitch is all about, is being there for each other and helping each other grow. Granted, we have a lot of Twitch streamers that don't want to follow that suit, and they would rather kind of help themselves in the process, but that's how they want to do things, and that's fine. I don't have any issue with that. But then if you want to support others, it's kind of like you scratch mine, I'll scratch your mentality, but it's not killing the whole basis of how Twitch actually works. That, and you build so many friendships and what we would consider people that maybe have a family together, like a family-oriented community, to where you all help each other out.
Absolutely.
It's usually the best thing in the world for anybody when you have a Twitch community.
Well, I would like to say that, you know, I think that you're an amazing person. You are absolutely like 100% supportive. You don't ask for anything. It's so genuine from you. And I would like to say that, you know, with the company that I'm co-owner with, Laggin Entertainment, that, you know, we would love to support you in any way that we can. And I think that's awesome. Like, just, you know, building a community and just supporting each other. And that's what we want to do. It's not supposed to be me. What can you do for me? If you go into that, you're fucked up. I'm just... You can't do it that way. You can't say like, hey, I'm here to help you, I want to better you, and then say, well, figure it out on your fucking own. Like, that shit is, you know, get the fuck out of here. You're not going to get anywhere with that.
That's right.
You know, and people are always going to remember what you've done for them, what you've said to them, and how you've treated them. And if you're not good, it's going to get around real quick. You know, and if it don't, like, eventually, I mean, because there's so many people streaming, gaming, but I've found over, you know, the last, you know, 10 years that there's people, I'm like, God, I hope I never run into that person ever again in my life, because they are just absolutely toxic. And I'll be damned if I don't run into them again. It could be a week later, month later, year later, fucking 5 years later. And I'm like, Jesus, here we go, you know?
The one thing we can always keep in mind whenever we're doing streaming, which you and I both know this, is the fact that when you stream because you enjoy it. Don't stream because you feel like you have to get your numbers up. Don't stream because you feel like you have to push yourself to do harder. How I look at streaming is make it as your hobby. Make it as something to where you want to build it to where it's a part of you. So whenever you build a stream, you are a part of it. So when you start building it from the ground up, that is what's going to show how great it will do later on. You won't notice it, but the thing is, the more it builds, the better it will get. Too, is you're respecting others and the time of what you're putting forth for the content. And then the third thing, which would be interaction. Everybody loves interaction within streams. If you feel like you're not getting that interaction, people do not want to come to a stream to where they can't talk to you and try to relate what you have went through in your time as well. Like if they tell you a story and they say, hey, you know, my day was bad today, Blaze, I hope your day's going good. The interaction between you, that person to you, to where you might have a positive state of mind that you can help them get through that day, and then that makes them happy. And then what happens in turn? They give you a follower because they feel like, hey, this person's got a caring heart, is willing to listen to my problems, and is willing to do streaming and give me great content in the process. What more can you ask for within a Twitch streamer on that?
Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. You keep me right on. You're crazy.